Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Rebel Sage Perspectives, the best podcast on the planet. And if you don't believe me, just ask me. Anyway, I have with me this evening funny guy, Scott Shimamoto.
Yeah. Oh my God, you actually got it right. I was so ready to just make fun of you. I was gonna
Oh,
totally throw you under the bus, but you did that great.
okay. So, honestly, as I rehearse people's names in my head before we get on, right?
Yep.
And I was sitting there and I was like, it's like that ad where they're like, "Hello, Moto," and I was like,
Exactly.
"Shimamoto."
Exactly. Oh my God. No, you're right. Because I tell everybody, I go, look, if you most of us are motos, most of the Japanese Americans are motos, right? So you get the moto, then you just get the first two syllables, it's all good, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to say it the way you're supposed to say it, it's Scott Shimamoto. that's a that's a businessman way. There's the sumo wrestler announcement. Scott Shimamoto.
Oh, I missed it. I should have done that one.
Oh, you could have done that. Or there's the gangster, Japanese gangster, Scott Shimamoto. You just gotta get that attitude in there. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
And
you
I
still,
read in your bio that you survived high school by hanging out with the cholos. So
I
you
am.
picked up that gangster style, right?
I was four. I started high school. I was 4'8". I was 80 pounds. I should have gotten my butt kicked daily, daily. I don't know how I didn't. I didn't get bullied or anything else, but I did have cholo friends. I had my different sets of friends. I had my Asian studious friends, right, and my student government friends. I had
Mhm.
my athlete friends, and I had my cholo friends. And some of the guys were both cholos and athletes, which was some great athletes because there's some of these cholos, man, the ones that get away from the cops, they got to run fast. You know what I mean? So,
I love it. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was 4'8". I was 80 pounds, and when I went from playing baseball, I went from little league baseball, 60 feet bases, 60-foot bases to 90-foot bases, and it was crazy because I was so small out there. Like, you know how they say, "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" Well,
Right.
but if they asked me if I was taller than a fifth grader, the answer was no, because I wasn't. And the guys would come in, like, you know, the outfield grass, you know, that's where the
Right.
outfielders would stand where the dirt ended and the grass. Oh my God, I had nowhere to hit the ball. It was really, really bad. But I started in right field.
Yeah.
A couple guys no hitter. Hey, it was all good. I was a good athlete. I was just really, like I said, I was just too small to play.
Yeah. I it sounds like we were about the same size in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was 4'8" for most of high school.
Oh wow,
Um,
crazy! I grew
which
10 inches in high
actually,
school.
wow, that's I didn't, sadly, I didn't.
And I
I
got
didn't even
taller by
hit
10 inches too.
5 foot.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Wait, say what? What? No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, it's funny when I read your bio and I saw the part about being buddies with all the cholos.
Yep.
It made me think. Um, I there is a term for white girls who want to be cholas. Do you know like wannabe cholas? Do you know what
uh,
that word is?
all I know is her nickname was all Lena
Yes,
for white.
basically, but it's Bina Rita.
Oh my God, I never heard that one.
And I was like, I read that and I was like, I don't know if I would be down with that. But then again, if I was up against a bunch of cholas, I probably wouldn't have a chance anyway. So I guess I would take whatever they gave me, right?
Got to get in there. You got to get in where you fit in, right?
Right, right.
Cholos are people too. I've really, like, really, seriously, I have some really good friends. They're cholos.
Yeah.
Like, when I was playing baseball, my buddy, like, I've known the guy since third grade, and he was like his freshman year, he was about six. He's about 6'1", big old
Wow.
guy. He was like he was about 5'10" in the third grade. This guy was like tall. He was.
Jeez.
I'm gonna say his gang name, Sir Hoodlum. Sir Hoodlum. So he's like 6, however tall he is, and I'm like 4'8". And then sometimes we would miss the bus, so we would like walk home together. And I'm like coming up to the guy's chest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super cool dude, man. Super cool. And he was a pitcher. I was playing right field. And yeah, but so the Cholos, let me tell you this. I was student body president of my high
Okay.
school, Sure High School in Montebello, California. So I was going against this girl because I was a boy. She was a girl at that time because we were still in high school. Super popular, beautiful girl. Name's Nancy. Oh my gosh, beautiful. She's an athlete too, popular too. So both of us were popular. And I'm like, how am I going to win this election? So what did I do? I went to the smoking area. I got all the cholos to come up and vote for me. They're all laughing, walking up to the polls, but they voted for me, and I barely won.
Voter fraud at its finest.
They were legal. They were enrolled in the school. I'm pretty sure they were enrolled in the school because why would
Oh
they
my
even come to?
Lord.
Why would they come to the smoking area if they were? Yeah, so that was
Uh,
that was a good one. So I'm still good friends with Nancy. We're on the reunion committee together. We're getting ready to do our reunion in May. We're going to do it the Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's going to be really
nice.
fun. Yeah, and my Cholo friends are going to be coming too.
That's awesome though.
Yeah. Now where are you from? Now where are you from? Paul said you're from somewhere else, like
I
another
grew
state.
up in Tejas, where we even the girls drank Shiner Bock down there in Texas.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, when I talked to Paul, I was like, I told him before the interview, I was like, hey, this is really chill. We just sit around and chat like we're having a Shiner Bock in my living room, chilling, shooting the breeze, right?
Right.
I was like, no pressure. And so I sat down and I had a Shiner Bock. He looked kind of funny when I when I pulled that out and was like, I'm just gonna drink this while we interview. Is that cool? And he was like, yeah, sure. It was just funny because I was like, well, I told you it was gonna be like that. So now here we are.
Well, I was drinking a Diet Pepsi right before it, and I'm like, that is not what I wanted to do, but I wanted to be energetic. I should be drinking a Jack Daniels. That's
Oh yeah.
or
That's
a
a good
Bud Light.
choice.
Bud Light, that Bud Light is the favorite amongst Asians. I don't know if
Is
you know
it
this.
why?
I never knew this, but I played basketball, and my cousin was, he was a rep for Budweiser, and Bud Light was our sponsor for our basketball team. And
In high
I
school?
started drinking it. Say it again.
In high school?
Yeah. No, this is way after because I was a goody two shoes. Trust me. We'll talk about the goody two shoes thing too. So yeah, so I started liking this Bud Light, and then I had this crazy barber for a while, and he told me I like Bud Light. He goes, you know why, Scott? Because it's made with rice. I'm like, what? And I swear to you, if you look at the can of Bud Light or bottle or whatever, and it says on there made with rice, that's why
I'm
we like
gonna
it.
have to do that.
You have to check that out.
I think when I go back and edit, I'm gonna throw a screenshot of the label up just so people can see it.
You totally need to
Be
do
like,
that
yeah,
because
look,
that
that's
barber, he's a
crazy.
psychopath. The dude's a psychopath. So I'm like, there's no way this is true, but I looked it up and it's true. So yeah, put that screenshot on there, and
Wow.
yeah, I don't lie. I am not going to lie in this interview. I'm going to give you the good, bad, and ugly about what I do, and yeah. So okay, now here's the other thing. I'm saying Jack Daniels like I'm manly, but not really. The Jack Daniels I really want to drink, but I can't do it unless I'm with I got to be with, I got to either be with women who are not judging or my friends that really know how I am. But I will drink Honey Jack. I love that Honey Jack.
Nice.
Oh my God, just put that on. It's a little sweet if you drink it straight,
Hmm.
but if you put it on the rocks or something and put a little water in there, it's perfect.
That's
It's
awesome.
it tastes so good. I love all those flavored whiskeys. I like the chocolate whiskey.
Yeah.
There's a caramel whiskey, and then they have Jim Beam has maple whiskey. Tastes like you're drinking
Nice.
pancakes. It's
That's
really good. They're all a little bit sweet, but
yeah.
that's all I drink. If I had my choice, if I'm with the boys, I'm drinking Jack neat. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Yeah,
guys, we have
because
to.
you have an image.
Yeah, it's a
You have
lot
to
of
have
peer
the image
pressure.
with the
Yeah, a
guys.
lot of peer pressure with guys, man. We're like everybody's trying to show off the hair on their chest. So I open up
Yeah.
mine. I show them the one hair on my chest.
You're like, look, it's right there. Look.
Yeah, it's I can't even be cool and do like the guys when they get their beard and then they braid it. They get that little
Yeah.
thing. I can't even do that. I can't even like braid my chest hair because I don't have,
Like
I
it's
have
just not
one
there.
on each nipple. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's funny. I think women are not really judged like that. Like for I don't maybe I'm just oblivious to it. But like as far as like drinking, like what we drink and stuff, we can drink whatever under the sun.
Exactly.
Like and you will find a host of dudes who are like, whoa, she drinks whiskey. Or,
Yeah.
like, you really want a Shiner Bock?
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I stutter? I want a Shiner Bock, preferably the holiday version because it's got pecan and peach in it. But
That sounds good.
yeah,
That
it's really
sounds
good.
really good.
Um,
When women drink, if you're drinking a foo drink, then that's okay. Well, that's she's a woman.
yeah,
That's what she's gonna drink. Or you drink some wine. Oh, she's a woman. She's got class. Whatever.
always.
You drink some whiskey. You drink some whiskey neat, and the guys are like, "Whoa, this girl knows what's happening." You
She's
know what I mean?
cool.
So you get it all. No matter what you drink, you're good.
Yeah,
One of
that's
my
true.
is a really great friend of mine. He's my man coach. He used to be he used to be a bartender. And one time we went drinking, and I ordered a fuzzy navel.
Did he
he's
slap it out of your hand?
he didn't even let me order the fuzzy navel. He's like, time out, time out. He said, if you're gonna drink with me, you are not drinking a freaking fuzzy navel.
Right.
And I was disappointed, but at the same time, I said, you know what? I need to be a man. I need to be a man about this.
Right. So
Yeah,
what is your drink of choice? What do you like?
I'm drinking chocolate whiskey
Man
right now.
coaches out of the picture.
Yeah, I'm drinking chocolate whiskey. And then what I'll
I
do,
love
this is when I cheat. I'm in a bar, and if I can get to the bartender and order without anybody listening,
right.
I'm gonna order a Jack Daniels, like a Jack Honey Jack if they have it.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna just drink that on the rocks because it looks like I'm drinking, you know, like
Regular
regular
Jack.
whiskey, but
Yeah.
I'm drinking it and it tastes really good. Those chocolate whiskeys, those those green and brown mints that you get at the restaurant, the
Yes.
swirly ones.
Those are
That chocolate
good.
whiskey, it tastes like the brown part of that. Oh my
Ooh, I
gosh,
think I'm gonna have to try that now. That
it's
does sound
amazing.
pretty good.
It's amazing. And get the caramel whiskey. That's if you like caramel, that's good too. And mix those two
Yeah.
together. Oh my god, I should be getting paid by the flavored whiskey industry
Yes.
for.
Yes, you should. Oh yeah. One year we had like a girls' weekend with a bunch of my relatives, and it was kind of stressful because I typically don't hang out with a whole lot of women at one time. Usually, I tend to hang out with guys.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I don't know. I guess I'm rough around the edges or something. I don't know. But anyway, so two of my cousins were like, let's go and get Starbucks. And I'm like, let's do that. So we're walking around, we get Starbucks. Starbucks is right next door to a liquor store. And I go in and I'm like, ooh, nobody will know if I get this vanilla vodka. It
Oh
was like
yeah.
maybe French vanilla or something. Nobody will notice this. So I drank some of the coffee and then I poured the vanilla vodka in it, and I just rolled the whole day with my Starbucks cup and it would start getting lower, and I would just pour more vanilla vodka, and everybody thought I was drinking Starbucks the whole day. It was
You
awesome.
you need that vanilla vodka to cut that Starbucks caffeine down. Oh my
Yeah.
God, you must have been going like this and that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was crazy. It was a whole long day of fun, but I just was like, I'll just do that. I don't do that anymore because who wants to drink that much in a day? Well, some people do,
I
but
love
I don't.
vanilla.
Yeah,
What
me
is the
too.
vanilla? What do you mix the vanilla vodka with, or you just drink it straight with?
Coffee.
Other
Coffee.
than coffee, especially Starbucks, because if I'm going that route, I'm going that
You,
way and not this way.
you can put it in hot chocolate.
Oh wow, that sounds really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, this
So,
is how much I love vanilla. I would
uh,
drink vanilla. I used to work at McDonald's way
yeah,
back in the day, and oh
right.
my God, vanilla shakes. Actually, all those shakes at McDonald's are really good. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? They're really really good. The vanilla ones are really good. Oh, they're all
right.
good. The strawberry ones are really good.
Mhm.
Um, what was my point? Oh, so in those days, I loved vanilla, and I used to remember those vanilla wafers,
Yes.
and I would get that whole box of vanilla wafers, and I'd be like, oh, I wiped the whole thing out.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Vanilla is the bomb.
Ooh, do some oat milk. They have they have flavored oat milk. It works.
Really?
It's a trick. It's good, man. The oat milk is really good. I forget what brand I got. Maybe um it's in kind of a curvy bottle. It's like Oatly. No, that's that square box. Oat Planet. I think that's what it is. Oat Planet. And I think they have a like a vanilla or a French vanilla
Oh, wow.
milk. And then you dip the vanilla wafers in there, and it's kind of the same. It's
Oh,
just
wow. That
not
sounds really
the
good.
horrible milk after effects of the
Yeah.
dairy milk because I'm not big on dairy milk. I for no particular reason, I just don't like it. So,
I like it, but I'm intermittently lactose intolerant. So when I drink nowadays when I drink a vanilla shake, a triple shake, thick vanilla shake, it's like
right.
playing Russian roulette with my butt. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen. So I need to be home. I need to be home if I'm going to make that move.
Right, right.
But that's funny you talked about the different kind of because I was in Costco yesterday and I just walked
Yeah.
by. It was either soy milk or almond milk, one of the two.
Almond. Almond is my other one that I really like.
And I
Oat
walked
and
by.
almond.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
it because
Like the oat milk is good. Like I want to drink it. I put it in my coffee. I like it.
really, I
It's just I mean, I think it just kind of tastes weird. I don't know. I'll drink it. If it's a choice between dairy milk and soy milk, I'll drink soy milk. But it's not my favorite.
I was a little nervous about the soy milk only because okay, I have to have my soy sauce, right?
Right. Yeah.
I have to have that. But I heard if you have too much soy, then like for a guy, like
It's bad.
oh, fat too. I wasn't worried about the fat. I was worried
Oh no,
more.
no, no. I was saying it's not good for guys from what I understand.
Doesn't it make your like it's like estrogen or something like that?
I think.
And I already can't grow hair on my chest or legs or arms or anywhere else. I'm really good with my nose hair though. I inherited that from my dad. I was trimming my nose hairs before we got on because I'm thinking, well, what if the camera gets close?
Right.
So yeah, I knocked those down, all those stalagmites and stalactites in my nose. But yeah, I don't know what it is with the nose hair, but on my body, I just can't.
Nowhere else. Just
Yeah,
the
it's
nose, right?
yeah. And, well, you can see like I can grow some whiskers. They grow fast. It's just I
Mhm.
don't have too many of them. And during COVID,
Right.
I stopped shaving because I was trying to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And they were all growing in, but then you couldn't really. It was bad. It just looked like I didn't wash my face. Yeah, it was pretty
You're
weak.
like, we're not going to keep doing that.
Yeah, it was not good. It
So,
was not
Scott,
good.
I read that you also do some rap.
I definitely, that's why I
That's
started.
really?
Yeah, the reason why I got into comedy is because I failed at rapping.
Oh
So
no, that's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. Because what happened was when I was rapping, it was back in the day, right? Went from party music, it went to gangsta, and look at that.
Right.
I couldn't make the transition because look what I look like. I look like a more like I look like a male version of Hello Kitty, like not gangsta at all. I got skills.
Awesome. Do you want to freestyle?
I will drop a rhyme for you.
Drop a rhyme.
All
Do it.
right. Open up your mind, let me hit you with this rhyme. Rockamoto in the house, cause it's my time. Factual flow like a pipeline, dumping in your mind. Go rave my digital data line. If you're feeling me, then why don't you give me a sign? Not an east side, not a west side. A funky vibe resonating all the time. In tune, so we can see eye to eye. You know, I'm in the know with the flow, not ignorant, no way. I like to work, you know, I also got to play acapella rhymes, instrumental rhythms, combine up forms of kind of prison. So take heed and be forewarned. I'm not the average Oriental rapper creating a song. Back to the subject. Now people come with me. Come on. Yeah, Dana. Oh, get it on.
All right.
Right?
That was pretty good.
Did you hear where
You
I said
just,
Oriental? Did
yes,
you hear where I said an Oriental rapper? Apparently that's not politically correct.
not politically correct. I don't
So
think we're allowed to say Oriental anymore, are we?
I guess. So then someone said, oh, Orientals, you can't say that. You got to say Asian. So you know what? So this is what I figured out. Okay, an Asian is a person like me. An Oriental is a bad driver like me.
So that's a disoriental.
Yeah, there you go. See, I didn't even think of that. I'm gonna put. Oh, I think I need
You
to
can
take that
use
on
that.
stage.
You can
Yeah, I
use
think.
that.
All
Send
right,
me a
all right.
recording. Send me the link and be like, see, I used it.
Okay, I'll send you a
But
recording, but you're not getting any royalties.
oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. No worries. But yeah. So, okay. So you act as well. You were in a commercial recently. Was that
I
recently?
yeah. As of this recording, I am on this commercial called Clever Care. It's for uh, supplemental Medicare. And
Yes.
then I just did a photo shoot for a cancer medication, but I can't say what it is right now because they haven't
That's
released
okay.
it yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's a good one. But that one's gonna go worldwide. I was talking to the marketing director, and she told me it was gonna be like
Wow.
in China and Korea and all that. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And I was just on. Okay, you know Oliver Tree, the musician Oliver
Yes.
Tree.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was in Oliver Tree's music video.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, we filmed it about I think about a month ago, and they released it. And about a week ago, they had 40 million views of Oliver Tree.
Whoa.
Crazy! It's so
That's
viral. He probably has 60 million views by now. It's crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah. So if you watch it, wow, well, just go to the latest one that he put on YouTube, and then you'll see me in there. I'm like videoing. It's supposed to be
Right.
like a soccer dad videoing. And then they had like three takes. And the first take, I wasn't ready for. So I'm supposed to look surprised when the action happens.
Right.
And then like, I'm just looking all stupid, like nothing's happening. So it looks like I can't act. I had like 2 seconds worth of screen time. It looks like I can't act because they took the wrong take. They
Right.
didn't take the one where my eyes went, what? That's as big as they get, by the way. My wide open is
Yeah,
not your
I'm
normal.
kind of I was just actually paying attention to that as I'm looking at the screen as we're talking, and I'm like, I squint a lot. I do. I'm like, oh, no, people ask me if I'm mad all the time. They're like, are you mad? What's wrong? I'm like, no, I'm not mad, but I'm gonna be mad if you ask me if I'm mad again. So, but yeah, it's crazy how it works. But okay, so you've done some things. That video is so cool. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I
He's
can't
gonna be
remember
like,
the Oliver Tree.
really?
That Oliver Tree song though. It is good. It's
Yeah,
good.
I
And
like them though.
he's super cool. Oliver, you
Yeah.
know, I get a chance to meet celebrities when I'm doing stand up and when I'm doing these gigs. And Oliver Tree was super cool. He's very he's got this really unusual look. And then when he recorded, well, at least on this one, he had an oversized suit, so shoulders are like this wide, and
Right.
he's got this. I think it's a wig, but he's got like bangs and like a long hair in the back.
The
But
mullet.
yeah, he got the mullet going on.
Nice.
He's got like the Asian rice bowl haircut mullet though, but it works for him.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah,
So,
I met this comic on. This is where it gets real.
okay.
This is where it gets real. Okay, so I just did this gig last Saturday.
You're so, you were so excited and then you're like, this is where it gets real. No, on Saturday. And you went from funny and laughing to like serious really quick.
Oh my God, you can't believe it. So, okay, so Friday I did a private gig, and
Okay.
it was a little bit of a hell gig only because the sound guy did not check the sound prior
Oh,
to the. So he's on the mic and it's echoey. You know, the mic was too hot.
oh
It sounded real
yeah.
thing. You know when they have the mic input too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had that going on, and then I'm going on next, and the sound system is like it was on the stage, and I'm going on next, and I'm trying to get the sounds under control for him. So I have to walk across in front of the stage and go try to fix it, right? So this knucklehead, instead of like keeping on talking on the microphone so I can fix it, he gets the microphone and he throws it on the stage. So then I'm like, how am I gonna fix this sound if I don't have anybody talking on the mic? So I'm putting the sounds to where I think they're supposed to be.
Right.
Oh my God. Luckily when I got on stage, it was okay. It was okay. And
Yeah.
I did like 12 minutes. It was a short set. I just like 12 minutes. And then when the person who hired me, who was headlining the show, she got on stage, I fixed it for her. We still didn't get it all the way to where we needed it to be, but
Yeah.
at least had a good set, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So this is the craziness of stand-up comedy. You don't know what's going to happen out there. So Saturday, this other buddy of mine, he invited me to go do some time. He goes, "Ah, Scott, you can do as much time as you want." And it's out near the beach, and everybody out there's they got the beach kind of vibe, and
Right.
like my crowd is like I do really well with minorities. Like that's my crowd. Like African Americans, Latinos, not so much
Uh-huh.
Asian because Asian people don't go to comedy shows for some reason. And if they go, they don't laugh because they're like, you know what I mean? They're not out there a lot of times, at least the older guys. Some of the younger ones are nice and Americanized and they laugh like they're supposed to laugh. But I get down there and one of the guys, the headliners, he was on Last Comic Standing. This
Okay.
guy is a beast. He's really good. And then like the guy who went up before him, he's also a headliner and they used to tour together and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna impress these guys. Maybe I can go on the road with these guys. It was Pearl Harbor up there, man. It was like bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? This is what's gonna happen to me with these guys. Anybody, okay, look at any comic who says they never bomb, they're lying. Everybody bombs every so
Right.
often, but it's the only good news is there wasn't a lot of people at the show, which was great, and it wasn't in a comedy club or whatever. But I know that I'm a psychotic comic because when that happens, instead of me being all depressed about it, I'm like, well, there's my contribution to the comedy gods. Every so often, you have to bomb. I was, I was, if I was playing baseball, I'd be in the Hall of Fame. I was hitting about 400 that night. You know what I mean? Like 4 out of 10 jokes were going. 6 out of 10 were like, it's like cricket time.
Oh no.
Yeah, like I don't
That's
know
got to
why.
be the worst feeling though when you're on the stage and you're throwing stuff out there and everybody's just sitting there and you're like, okay, that was the joke. Ha ha.
Oh my God. I used to totally freak out if something like that would happen. But when you've been doing it long enough and you've had enough great sets, which I have, I'm pretty consistent. Um, you just have to know that every so often you're just going to get one of those. And, you just kind of have to handle it the best you can handle it, try to learn from the experience, and then
Yeah.
just make sure you don't do it again the next time.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's not all roses. The comedy game is definitely not all roses. It's a lot of hell gigs, a lot of,
Yeah.
you get there and there's three people in the audience, but those are the gigs, they make you stronger. So when you
Yeah.
do get a club, you get a club gig, everybody's there to laugh, the acoustics are right, sound system's right, everything's
Right.
right, comics around you are right, and that makes a difference too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you really appreciate the fun you have, and when you get off this, you get off the stage, and you're so thankful that
Yeah.
the audience dug you, and that you deliver the goods the way you're supposed to deliver the goods, and they should come back for more.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah, I
sure.
love it. I just love stand-up comedy. It's my favorite thing in the world, better than lovemaking. Because once you get the
Some
mic, you're
people
not
would
getting.
say you're not doing it right if that's what your answer is.
I'm saying the lovemaking is not as consistent as it needs to be.
Oh, there you
The
go. There
comedy
you
is.
go. We'll go with that, right? I'm an ambivert. And ambiverts, do you know what that is, Scott?
uh
Okay, ambiverts are kind of a cross between an introvert and an extrovert.
uh,
So we are typically really extroverted, but we can have some really super introverted moments. And so I was like, that would have been an introvert moment. And I would have been sitting in the front of the room and I would have been like, no, don't call on me. Don't call on me. Don't call on me.
oh wow. See, that's okay. Now, as a comic, if we're not in the show, I'll go sit in the front row because I want them to talk to me. Why? Because I want them to say my name, because I want everybody else to know that I'm not, like I'm there and I'm actually a comic too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
like, hopefully to say I'm funny or whatever. Because,
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm exactly like you are. When I go to a mixer, I'm completely uncomfortable. So,
Yes.
so what I do, I go into I call it show mode, and
Yes.
I just go in there and I act, to start it off. I just start talking to somebody, and I just get them laughing, and then pretty soon a couple more people come around, and we're having a great conversation. So
Yeah.
that's how I get into it, and then I start to meet some people because it's terrifying to just walk in a room and you don't know anybody,
Yeah. It really
right?
is.
And,
And
and yeah,
you would think,
okay,
you know,
so okay, to me that introvert thing or whatever you're saying, that
ambivert.
comes, no, seriously, this comes from millions of years of evolution, because you do need to be a little wary about what's going on out there, because you don't know
Yeah.
what the person's like. Back in the day, that person could be there to hit you over the head with a club. You know what I mean? They're trying to take your territory.
Yeah.
That whole handshaking thing, that's all to, show that you're not armed. And, you do have to be a little bit leery at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Because you do need to check the people out a little bit. So that's your instinct, and that's the correct thing that you should
Yeah.
be doing, right?
Sure.
And me too. And I'm just saying this because if we're psychopaths, then I had to justify our psychopathy.
I'm
I'm
down.
saying
I'm
we're
down. I'm
normal.
there.
We're normal. Everybody else is like, no, these people are stupid.
They're going to listen and be like, okay, those two
Right?
are
And they're like, oh, they're
crazy.
introverts, but now they're putting their stuff all over the internet in the
That's
world for
different
anybody to see,
though.
right?
If you're judging me when you're listening to my podcast with my guests, then that's on you. I'm not going to know about that
That's
unless
true.
somebody leaves me a review and then they're like, "Oh, she's an idiot." Then I'll know and I'll be like, "Oh, Thank you. Not man enough to put a real name, 1974. I appreciate your opinion.
Have you noticed that everybody who are haters are really dumb? They all have anonymous profiles, right? They're like you said, 1974 man, or I'm smarter than you.com. I'm like, no, dude, no, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So, but
funny.
yeah, it's funny. It's crazy. But
But we all judge though.
yeah,
That's how
it's
I got
human
into
nature.
comedy. Really, that's how I got into
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. Okay, okay, so okay, I grew up with a lot of Latinos, like
Yes.
a lot. So that's like a competitive sport in the Latino community, right? Talking smack.
Yes.
And like my Asian friends, we never talk smack to each other. You know what I mean? Like we're all polite to each other. And
Yeah.
so when I was a kid, we went hiking and I was in the back of a camper. There's three of us back there. These two brothers that were older than me, they're like 10 and 11, and I'm like 8 or something. Or they were 12 and 13. I was like, whatever. They were like a couple years older.
Right. Right.
Definitely, they knew how to talk smack. And they were talking about me. Scott, you can't be driving your bicycle in the rice paddy with those handlebars that go like this and a pointy hat. And I'm like, the entire time, I'm like, I can't beat him up. I have nowhere to go. I'm this little runt, right? Because if I was
Right.
4'8", and oh my God, I'm like getting so mad. And then I had to think about it. I go, what am I going to do? I either have to learn how to talk smack so I can give it back to him, or I have to try and fight, which I'm going to lose, or I'm going to be miserable the rest of my life. So I had to learn how to talk smack.
Right.
And oh my God, Latinos, my African American friends, it's like a master class in talking smack. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. That's so fun. Now I have a few Asian friends that will talk smack, but not too many. Not too
Yeah.
many.
That's what maybe because they don't want to offend anybody or
I
why.
don't know. Maybe they think I know something, like I know some martial arts or something, but I don't. I don't know that either.
Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. I'm sure we could talk a long time about misconceptions about Asians in general.
There's a lot of like what's going on south of the Trump wall. You know, when I'm below the belt, what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
we're we don't get too much credit in that area. We're highly underrated in that area. And you ladies out there, if you ever, well, if you want to find out, just call me. My phone number is on there.
Your
My
phone number's on the screen.
phone number is on the screen. I got my
I do
website.
not make a point to pimp out my guests, y'all. Just letting you know, he did that all himself.
And I like, okay, and I love intelligent women. So if you can pronounce my last name properly and spell it, more likely spell it when you
I
Google
got
me,
the one up.
you have
Yes.
my heart. You have
I'm
my
a winner
heart.
of the Shimamoto.
Oh yeah. All right.
So I'm never going to not hear that in the Hello Moto voice in my head,
Hello,
like
Marco.
ever. Instead of Hello Moto, it'll be Shimamoto.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so Scott, this has just been so fun. I lost track of time and I don't usually try to keep people for a whole hour, but I'm
Have we
glad
been
you
up
had
for an
time for
hour? Oh
me.
my God.
Almost. Yeah, pretty close.
But yeah, it was really fun. I love being on podcasts. You're a great interviewer.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. So
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. I was a little worried before before I got started tonight. It's been a really, really Monday.
Right.
And I was like, I really just need a nap. I don't have time. But yeah, this worked out and it's been a lot of fun. I'm so glad you and Paul connected, and I'm happy that you wanted to come on the show. Um, Now is the time I usually throw it to you and let you make any announcements that you would like to make about social media, websites. Clearly, we all know how to reach you. It's on the screen. Uh,
Yeah, so everything,
and
just Google my name, Scott Shimamoto. There's like four, I think there's four Scott Shimamotos, but I'm the cool, good looking one. So just look for that. Scott Shimamoto, if you like comedy, you'll find a bunch of stuff. I have some clips online on YouTube. Not a lot because I want to have people come to see me.
yeah,
And then I have my demo reels on there. I have my rap. I have a couple rap songs on there. Um, but yeah, I'm on Instagram. I just got reinstated on Twitter. Yeah, I was off Twitter, like permanently banned for about 8 months, but I'm back on Twitter. What do we say? Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. What else is there?
um,
Uh, uh,
those
yeah,
website. No, yes, no, no
uh,
website.
which one?
Website. Do you have a
Website? Yeah,
website?
scottshimamoto.com.
Oh, you may have already said that. Sorry. It has been a real
Probably.
long Monday, like I
Yeah,
said.
exactly. I know what you're saying. I forgot what I talked about
So,
too.
yeah. So, okay, guys. Well, that is going to do it for another amazing episode of Rebel Sage Perspectives. I am Rebel, and I would like to thank you again for coming and listening to my show. And Scott, thank you for being on. Hopefully, we'll be able to connect and do another one soon.
All right, sounds great. Just hit me up anytime. Thank you very much for letting me do
Thanks.
your show. Peace.
Sure.
Peace.
You guys have a great night. And that's where I try to figure out how to turn the recording off because I
Yeah.
never remember. Hey, listeners, I almost forgot to mention that I'm starting a new contest. Mine and Scott's mutual acquaintance, Paul Renteria, had amazing amounts of listeners to his podcast with me. So we're going to see if Scott's listeners can show us the same love that Paul's did. So here's the deal. You guys just have to listen, spread the word, and get above 200 listens in 2 weeks. That's new listeners. So if you guys can do that, I'll give Scott a prize at the end.
I want that prize.
Thanks, guys.